bought a gig plan, your game still lags. Tonight we'll tell you exactly why, and it's probably not traders. Back to Behind the Network. My name is Anthony Miller, TREPIC Networks.
My name is Alec Miller, TREPIC Networks. All right, let's get started. Right off from the opening here is most viewers pay for speed but still experience lag. So we're going to kind of break down the three villains that have to do with these issues that a lot of people see using the internet.
Talk about gaming and whatnot and what's going to be going on.
So there's three big villains. We'll go ahead and run through all of them and just kind of plain context and how they can affect you. Is number one is ping, the delay between you clicking on something and it happening. This is usually measured in milliseconds. Then we have jitter, which is how different that ping reading is. So if one's 10, one's 20, then one's 200, then one's 10, then one's 20, then one's 200. Your ping on a test might read at 10, but your jitter might read at 50 or 60.
Yes.
The average difference.
Yep.
And then last is packet loss. So small pieces of your data get dropped when sending a request or receiving, and they've got to be reset.
Yep.
That's a big one as well with gaming.
Yep.
Let's see. So you can still have the 1 gigabit and you can still have issues.
Yeah, a lot of people do like a speed test and they'll see a gig and they'll be like, why is my game still lag? What's going on? I don't get it. And so a lot of people, what they don't understand is these other things have more of an effect on gaming than just your speed.
Right.
A speed test is literally just measuring between you and the other device how long it takes to download the content.
Yep.
And some of the new speed tests do show the jitter and lag and other things, and you can see some of those other factors, but it's all kind of like the recipe of what causes issues in gaming.
Right.
You know what I mean? If your speed test is good, but your jitter's bad, you could have problems in gaming. They jump around in the game. You know, you'll go to shoot a character or whatever, and they'll jump across the map or whatever.
Yeah. Well, and that can be ping and packet loss.
Ping and packet loss and jitter, it can all have an effect on that.
Yes.
And so if you've ever been playing a game, I'm not a huge gamer, but I know you play a lot of games, and you kind of jump around the map and move and whatnot. It could be one of these things that's affecting you.
Yes. Yeah.
And there's, it's not just your internet connection. It's from you to your router, from your router to the internet, from the internet to the server. Any of those things could be causing these type of things.
Yes. And just kind of a real example of my house with my provider, I bought a brand new game. I was ready to play. I was excited to play. And I loaded up the game, got on with my friends, was in a chat. Everything was going fine. I loaded into the game and I ran in place for 5 minutes.
Yes.
And I literally, my buddies were like, you work for an internet company. Why are you having problems with your internet right now? Are you serious? Right. And it eventually kicked me out of the game. And I went and I had an extra home router.
Oh.
And I powered up and I plugged in my nicer home router than the one my ISP provided me with, plugged it in, problem went away. Just like that. And so it had nothing to do with my ISP. No. It was just the router they had provided me was poor.
Yep, the router they gave you. And it could have just been simply a setting in that router. You know what I mean? It could have been the router was going out.
Maybe.
There's a lot of things that it could have been a setting on the router.
Yep.
But people just need to make sure that they check every step of the way. You know what I mean? And we're going to get into this other ways, but there's better ways to connect than just on your Wi-Fi router. And especially if you're serious about your gaming, if you're a heavy gamer, you think you're competition level or whatever, you want to be competition level, these things matter.
And a lot of people today do it for a living.
Yes. Yeah. They're streamers and things of that nature.
And so this stuff really matters.
Yes.
And that's why a lot of people look for fiber to the home provider.
Yes.
And because our fiber to the home it's real fiber all the way to your home. There's no coax, there's no copper, there's no nothing. And it's 5 to 15 milliseconds.
Yes.
On a ping time.
Well, on our wireless, on our high gain wireless stuff, it's 5 to 15 milliseconds. And all that does is eliminates all the other variables. So if you're getting 5 to 15 milliseconds at your dish, we're actually getting at your router, usually we're getting like 2 milliseconds on the dish.
Yeah.
And so you're getting 5 milliseconds through your router and everything else. And so that just allows a lot of buffer room for other things to go wrong at your house. When you start out with a bad connection from your ISP, if you have a bad connection from your ISP, the ping time from your ISP could be like 60 or 70 milliseconds. and then it just adds on top of that when you get down to your router.
And it was why there was such a big problem with satellite.
Yes.
Because it was so far away. The equipment was old. I mean, people were seeing ping times of 150 to 200 milliseconds. Doing anything that was live was almost impossible.
Yep, and that was the standard. That was the standard ping time. And even if you bought a super hopped up router, it didn't matter.
Right.
You couldn't improve your ping time by buying any equipment, even hardwired in your gaming console. It was just the nature of the ISP at that point.
Yep. So just a couple of real numbers based on the activity is web browsing. Pretty much anything under 100 milliseconds is fine.
Yeah, you're not going to notice anything just browsing the internet under.
It might be a little slow when you click and then load, but not really a big deal. And then streaming, ping doesn't really affect streaming in any way.
No,
maybe
because
clicking in between movies and stuff, but
packet loss and most of that stuff, unless you're watching a live event, really doesn't have an effect. Because what people don't understand is it preloads all that stuff. So you'll see the little bar when you're streaming something ahead. It's loading that far ahead, and so you don't notice it if you miss a packet or have some latency. Now, if you're watching a live event, works the same way as gaming, and the guys start jumping across the screen or whatever, you missed the winning touchdown or whatever.
Right.
That was jitter, latency, or possibly packet loss that caused
let's see. Zoom video calls, anything under 50 milliseconds is going to feel normal, like you're having a conversation with the person. But when it starts getting those higher end, it's going to be the do you hear me? Do you hear me? And it's kind of like staticky, breaking up.
Robot voices, things of that nature,
casual gaming, anything from 30 to 50 milliseconds, you're not going to really notice anything. If you're really competitive and you really care and you want that snap, it's got to be, under 20 milliseconds.
Or if you're a streamer and you really care about it and you want live action and you're streaming your content, all those lower milliseconds really matter.
Realistically, like anything 30 to 50, you're going to be fine.
Yes.
You're not going to, very few people are going to notice difference.
Yep.
So what can kind of cause the bad ping and jitter is cable ISP peak hour congestion. When everyone's loading at the same time, that can just cause some issues in general.
The best analogy I ever had for this or was ever told about this is you think about it like a garden hose, right? And then everybody's trying to cram through there at one time. And then when you get a fire hose, there's more water trying to get through there. Well, what happens is if you have a garden hose from your ISP or from your upstream, then all those people get on at the same time and they're trying to shove those through there. Well, you're not going to get it through, and so it slows it down, it delays it, it causes packet loss and everything. And so if your ISP, we build our networks to where that doesn't happen to our sites, and you build it with a big enough pipe to the internet to where when everybody can get online, they don't notice any issues.
Yeah.
But if you do notice issues on your ISP, it's probably because either their feed to their site isn't big enough, the feed out to you, they're oversubscribed. There's a lot of different things that could cause it.
The thing is like that might be the problem, and more than likely it's not, depending on your provider. It could be an older provider with old equipment, but there's a lot of really easy fixes at home. Wire in the devices that matter. Your consoles, your gaming PCs, your work machines.
Well, and gaming consoles are traditionally known for not having good Wi-Fi cards in them. When they're building the gaming console, they don't spend all their money on their Wi-Fi card.
Right.
So we recommend, even if you wire it to an extender, you take a cord and use the Wi-Fi card on the extender. Most of the time, it's better than using the Wi-Fi card in the gaming console.
And then router placement where it's at. If you just have poor Wi-Fi, you're going to experience packet loss and you're going to experience bigger ping time.
Yeah, if your gaming console's on the other side of your house and your router's on the other end of the house, it doesn't matter what you do, you know what I mean? You're going to have packet loss or latency or something of that nature if you don't have a good Wi-Fi.
And anyone can test for these. Speed test websites usually show ping and jitter results. Most people ignore them. But if it's, if it's a problem you're having specifically to what we talked about, it's something to look into, whether locally or with your ISP. So, if your game is lagging, you're on a gig plan, you've got good speeds, maybe don't call your ISP right away. See if you can do a couple of those fixes. And if that can't fix it, then call your ISP, but make sure you know what the problem is because it'll help them better diagnose it.
Yes.
Is a big thing.
Definitely try a couple of things on your own. Like you said, hardwire your devices, see if that works, and then call your ISP, and they might have some other suggestions for you as well.
Okay, so that's the internet you have at home, which is safe. Typically your safe network. Now let's talk about Wi-Fi that's not safe, which is public Wi-Fi. And we won't talk too much about this. This was a big thing we had talked about a few weeks ago. It was part of our tips and stuff like that. Is the main danger is public Wi-Fi is not that you're connecting to Starbucks Wi-Fi. Like, there are some dangers, not really though. Usually you can trust those people. It's someone else that is imitating Starbucks Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Somebody puts up like a spoofing type device and they put up Starbucks Wi-Fi. It looks the same, feels the same, everything, but they're scraping your data. But there might be like an extra dot in there. Or there might be like an extra space even in the Wi-Fi name, but it looks just like Starbucks.
It might even be the same.
It might even be the same.
And you see two options, and one requires you to go through Starbucks little give me your email and everything, and the other one just connects.
Yep. Look for logos, look for copyright, look for all that stuff. If there is a password, the main ones you got to be concerned about is if it doesn't require a password and takes you straight to the internet, I would be concerned.
Yes, right.
Most corporations, most coffee shops, even if they're little, have some sort of...
They have you go through the little portal that shows Starbucks, and you type in your email address, and you sign up for their newsletter or whatever.
Yep, or they have a Wi-Fi password.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The simplest version is they have a Wi-Fi password that's on a little sticky note in their coffee shop. Yep. Definitely recommend that. If it connects to the internet and it takes you straight there, I would be concerned.
Yep. Let's see. So just, if you are someone who's using public Wi-Fi a lot, definitely recommend a VPN. We talked about that a lot a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
Definitely recommend it just to protect yourself from any of those cases where something like that happening. Not that it's super common, but it's definitely something that can happen there where they're scraping your data and they're stealing some of your information.
Yeah, just turn on your VPN. It'll make it, like we talked in the last episode, it'll make you appear wherever that VPN connects to.
Yes.
Once you connect to that VPN, all your data is secure through that other area that you're VPN'd.
Yep, and this kind of takes us back to I even need a VPN.
Yes.
Not
if you're
really.
working coffee shops, it might be a good idea, though.
It might be a good idea.
Consider you sign for one.
Yeah, you don't necessarily need it at home unless you're working for a company that requires you to VPN into their office or anything like that. But okay, before we depress everyone, let's move on to something a lot of Arizona homes are actually thinking about this time of the year. Arizona has one of the largest snowbird populations in the country.
Oh, yeah.
Every October to April, we see it a lot. Hundreds of thousands of people. Yes, we do plan for it.
Because we know in September, people are going to come down and we're going to get busy. Everybody's getting hooked back up. Everybody's plugging their stuff back in, figuring out if it works. Our storms come in the summer, and so they're gone when the storms happen. So dishes possibly blow off roads.
Or just get on a line.
Or damaged, out of alignment. Yep. Whatever happens. And so we always get it. We're always busy in September. We always plan for it. And we end up, our techs are working overtime and stuff to get people hooked up and taken care of.
So yeah. And the big thing to think about for people is what your ISP does when you're gone during this time of the year. A lot of big ISPs will either not allow you to go on any type of a hold, not a reduced rate, not anything, and they're, pay your internet or cancel it and then re-sign up when you come back, repay the installation fee, the setup fee, have a guy come back out, the whole thing. Oh, yeah. You got to do. Some people will allow you a reduced rate, but it's either it's limited by the amount of time you can be on it, or it's or the amount of time you have to be on it. Like they'll say 90 days minimum or something like that.
Yep, it'll be like a speed limit or something of that nature to where it's very limited at that time, but it still shows that you're an active customer.
Yes, yep.
So,
and then, a lot of people don't pay attention to that. Like, the reinstall fees. Like I cancel my service, they don't come pick up the equipment, when I just call back to get signed up, they're like, oh, that'll be $80, then your first month's bill. Yeah. Like you're a brand new customer and you're like, can't I just plug the equipment back in? Kind of a thing. Another thing to watch out for is promotional pricing. You were on some promo rate and now you go to their vacation hold rate. And then when you come back, you're paying 50% more or whatever was the post-promotional rate.
Yeah, and that's the thing that people don't understand is and watch out for the promo rates too, because most of the promo rates are like for a year contract.
Yes, right.
You're not signing up for 6 months.
So and they might count that year towards your time you're on hold.
Yeah, so if you sign up for like a year contract or something and you plan on going on vacation hold, you're going to sign up for this promo period. You're going to have to pay through the whole contract to keep it, and then after that year, it's going to go up. You can't put it on vacation hold or anything.
They might say something like, you're on a promo rate, we do offer a vacation, but you'd have to cancel that.
Yeah, but you'd have to cancel that. You usually can't do both at the same time.
Right, and so when you get back, it's going to be full price.
Yes.
And you don't get those other 4 months or 6 months at the promotional period.
Yeah.
So we do things a little bit differently. Our wireless customers who are at a permanent residence and go on vacation, we allow to go for free.
Yes.
We allow them to turn off their internet for $0 a month. We do offer some like Vacation Plus packages if they have cameras or they want to monitor their thermostat.
Yeah, more than not these days, a lot of people have something they want to watch while they're gone. They want to be able to turn their thermostat, cool it down when they get back. They have cameras to watch their house because they don't have somebody looking over their house. And so more than not, the Vacation Plus package, a lot of people actually end up signing up for that.
Right.
And it gives them just enough bandwidth to where they can still watch those cameras, still see the thermostats, things of that nature, and still monitor their house while
But they don't have to pay $60, $70 a month.
Nope, there's no reinstall fee. There's no monthly like full bandwidth charge. They're paying $15 a month, and it's just the bare minimum to where they can do their stuff.
Yep. And then the other thing is we do have a vacation hold on our fiber plan. It's $7.99 a month. You don't pay any install fee when you get back. We also have a Vacation Plus for that as well, where they can keep their internet. And I got lost in what I was saying, but
it's more on the fiber. We had to do it just to recoup some of our costs. Fiber is extremely expensive to put in the ground. And so our payback period and whatnot, the financial model just makes better sense if we do a vacation hold on.
Yeah, and we're not trying to rake people over the coals. I mean, we liked the model where we could do that for our customers. We have a lot of vacation hold customers. We like doing it for free. We couldn't, the financial model didn't allow us to do it for free, but we did it for $8 a month. We keep a little bit of income, and you don't have to pay a reinstall fee when you come back. We just turn it back on. Nothing like that. And and the only other exception to that is we have vacation hold people that are on RVs. Unfortunately, we have to send a tech out to remove the equipment.
If the RV is going to leave, especially now on our fiber, we have a little box that they can plug in. They can turn back in. It's going to be a lot easier. But on the wireless, we end up having to mount the dishes on the ladder rack or whatever. And so we have to take that down and then remount that. Especially if the RV is going to be moving or leaving Arizona and be going somewhere else.
We definitely don't want that going
down the road. In the beginning, we got a lot of calls. We're like, hey, if I take my unit up to Montana, I still get internet access. And it's like, no, it doesn't quite work like that. We still need our equipment.
So we do remove those ones. We do charge them an installation fee because we actually send a guy out to get them reset up. But we usually offer a reduced rate for the install fee because they are a returning customer.
If they're a returning customer, we do offer a reduced rate. And we do that just because not everybody is going to come back to this park. A lot of the snowbirds and stuff come to this park and then they try other parks. And we might not service that park of that nature. And so it just works out. We have a lot of customers that really love how we operate our wireless vacation holds and things of that, and have stuck with us even if they've gotten other providers in the park that are available to them because of how we operate our vacation holds.
Yeah, absolutely. And just a couple of points, practical tips for our snowbirds out there is read the fine print on your current ISP's vacation hold policy. Make sure you call your ISP when you're leaving. Call them and work out the details. Ask how long it lasts. What is my rate going to be when I come back? Anything like that. And, you might consider whether or not the vacation hold cost is more or less than the reinstallation cost. Like, let's say it's $5 a month. I'm going to be gone for 6 months. It's only going to cost me $30 versus a reinstallation fee might cost me $50.
Just
so
make sure you do the math or whatever, and make sure it makes sense of what you're doing, and watch out for those promo periods for sure. And should be good.
We got good relationships with all the parks we service, and we really like to take care of those people. They've always been good customers.
Absolutely.
Speaking of our Arizona customers, we actually have a pretty cool thing that we're showing. We just started it a few months ago, and that's our customer care package. We'll go ahead and do the unboxing here. So we got our little logo on the front there.
Every customer that signs up with TREPIC gets one of these packages in the mail. Just kind of give back to our customers, things of that nature. And we get a couple of things in there that we hope they like. And hopefully you tell your friends that you...
absolutely. And our guy Eldred behind the camera over there, he came up with all these designs. He designed all this stuff inside of here. This is a bit of a passion project for him. One of his first projects when he started here. So we'll go through, we'll take all the stuff out of here. let's see. We'll put this side up front.
Yep.
So first thing we got is a little letter here. Welcome to the TREPIC family. A little note from us and our team that once again Eldred coordinated.
Yep, and each one of those letters gets signed from a different team member. So we have different team members in the office, whether that's Eldred. I've signed a couple. We have the support members, people you talk to, the techs we've had sign. People in our actual office sign these letters and get it out there. So it's really good.
Next thing is a little mouse pad for all the people who are still using a mouse. Or still using or working from home or anything like that.
A lot of people work from home, still use mouses and stuff. Mouse pads are always great to have. They give you our phone number if your internet ever goes down.
Yep.
You have the phone number. You can look right to the right of your computer, give us a call.
Yeah.
Or if you need anything or want to upgrade or anything of that nature.
Yeah. I said people who are still using a mouse. I just think at work I have the little ball mouse.
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah, you don't actually.
I don't actually move it around. I'm probably on the lower end of the.
I don't think that's common.
I don't think that's
very difficult to use, and not a lot of people use them.
Now we get in. Well, first we got some stickers here.
Yep, we got some stickers.
Fun little stickers. Experience the internet the way it should be. Once again, Eldred designed all of these. Yep. Keep calm. Refresh your router.
There you go. There you go.
Now we get into the really cool stuff that we do. So first off is a little note here. It's you take a picture of your box, you post it on Instagram, you tag us in the post. Our guy Eldred sees it. You send us a quick DM. It's got all the instructions here. Send us a quick DM with your full name, your phone number, and screenshot it just in case the tag doesn't notify us. And you get $10 off your next month's bill. Yep. And that's just a free $10 to make a quick little, post it to your story, whatever. Yep. Send it to us. And then we got our little referral cards. Every box has got 5 of these in them. On the front, it's got our phone number, our email, and our website. And then on the back here, it's got our the customer name and then the referral code. So when you sign up, you're going to get when you get installed, you're going to get an email, and that email is going to have your referral code in it. If the person you shared it with uses your referral code, they get $100 and you get $100. Yes. And that's something we've always done, a referral card here at TREPIC.
And if you give 5 referrals, you get free internet for life.
Yes, that is the big one.
That's the big one is if you give 5 people to sign up, I think one of our people's.
We have 4. We have one lady at 4.
We have one lady at 4. She's out there referring like crazy. But if you get to 5, you get free internet for life as long as you can get internet for life.
So, you sign up for a customer, you take these 5, you fill them out as soon as you get the email, and you hand them out to your 5 best friends.
Yep. So not only do you
say, here's $100 bill.
Yes. Yeah. Not only do you get money while you're doing it, you get that benefit at the end.
Yeah.
As well.
Yes. Which would be, we're super excited to get our first customer on free internet for life.
Oh yeah. We're gonna have to do a video and.
We'll post it. Everything.
A review video. And
hopefully she's okay with all of that. I'm sure.
I hope she gets it for sure. It'll be awesome. And then they also get a pen as well. These little pens, these fidget pens, and the things that we saw, I think, at an event somebody went to. They're like, we should get these for our customers. Everybody loves them. You just sit there while you're at your fidgeting the whole time. So.
Yeah. And the reason we started doing this is we just wanted to improve the customer relationship. Yeah. Show them something from us, something signed by our team members, and also promote our referral program.
Yes, absolutely.
I think we offer one of the best referral programs in all of Arizona.
It's hard to get people to realize how good our referral program is. I know Eldred tells them every time he talks to them or whatnot, but most people forget about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They forget that, especially when they're out there talking to their neighbor or whatever. All it takes is a couple of minutes, say, hey, what are you using for internet? This is what I think the lady that's doing it might even be like a real estate agent. Those guys are because they talk to all their neighbors and stuff like that. And so it's really good if you're out there in the neighborhood. The RV parks, I thought we had an RV park where a guy was up to like 3 and I thought he was going to get it.
Yes.
For sure. But he kind of fell off the radar. He got to 3 and then I don't know what happened, but he stopped referring people. Maybe he'll pick it back up when the snowbirds come back.
Yeah. Yeah. And for people that are considering signing up or have just signed up, let us know about something we missed in the package. Like, hey, it'd be really cool if you included this.
Yeah, definitely make comments or something, or give us different ideas to throw in the package for sure.
Yeah.
Because that's what we've put in so far, but we could always add stuff, or hey, it'd be nice if you had this.
Yep. And just back on the referral, the best advertising TREPIC Networks has ever done is word of mouth.
Yes. Yeah.
The best referral is someone who's used our service and recommended it.
Oh, yeah. Yep. We get a lot of people who are like, so-and-so, my neighbor, my brother, my cousin is using your service and they just love it. No, they rave about your service. So we love talking to those people. We love getting the referrals. We love giving the $100 both ways. They get $100 off their install fee and you get a $100 credit on your account. Some people, if you're on one of our lower end plans, that could be 2 months free service.
Yeah.
If you're on one of our higher end, it doesn't quite cover it, but everybody likes free service.
Yeah. I mean, it's $100 every time you get someone to sign up. Seems like a pretty good deal.
Right.
And I've always loved that we're a local company and we've always treated our customers really well. And it's just another step in that same direction.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Given the opportunity for people to give out cards and stuff like that.
Yep.
Okay. But now let's get into the last and fun part. We almost never make it through it, but the FAQs.
Yep.
We got a new set of 5 questions. So let's see. What's the biggest difference between a VPN and HTTPS? We didn't really talk about HTTPS.
We didn't really talk about HTTPS, but a VPN is really a virtual private network to take your whole computer to the network. HTTPS is just within a web browser.
Right.
So it's just that instant web browser. When you're on a website, that is a secure portal on that website.
Yeah.
So it only secures it, think about it like everything, your file systems. If you go to multiple different browsers, your VPN secures your whole computer. HTTPS is just that individual browser.
Right.
And most websites these days are HTTPS.
Well, and just to understand it, because I'm not, I believe it encrypts your data.
Yeah.
When you use an HTTPS, it encrypts all of
while you're in that browser on that website.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you open another browser, you can't assume they're all HTTPS, or because you're in an HTTPS session here, you're in one in the next one.
Right.
It's a website to website type protocol. Right. So.
Okay. Next one is, can my dog's smart color actually slow down my internet? Very unlikely.
Very unlikely.
Very unlikely. There are some products that work on the same thing as we've always talked about with the smart home devices.
Yeah, most things, it depends on if it can be hacked. The most common ones we see is somebody's super old iPhone that got hacked or that's causing problems. Dog collars, they're usually sending kilobits of data.
Yeah,
it's really
very small. They're sending very transactional data. Where is my dog?
Yeah, very transactional data. So very unlikely, but it could happen, I guess.
Do I need to change my Wi-Fi password ever, and how often?
I would definitely recommend changing it at least once a year.
It depends on where you're at. I lived in an apartment and I got on, you go onto the Wi-Fi and you have 50 Wi-Fi options.
Yes.
I mean, the odds that someone in those 50 options is going to try to hack your network is very low.
Yeah, unless you're, I would definitely recommend changing it in certain circumstances. Say you're sharing a house with somebody and that person moves out.
Yep.
I would maybe change the Wi-Fi password because they could come park in front of your house and get on your Wi-Fi and get access to your stuff.
Yeah, it's more applicable for commercial.
Yes.
For if you own a business and you're giving out your Wi-Fi password, the first thing you should do is set up a guest network.
You got people coming in your door every single day.
You should set up a guest network that is separate from your services, and then you won't even worry about it.
Yep. Yeah, that's the hard part too. Small businesses like coffee shops and things of that nature where they do have that, they don't change the Wi-Fi password. It's been the same password for 100 years.
Yeah, and you have 100 people walking through your door every day.
Luckily, most of the time it's a guest network, so it's limited to their internal network.
Right.
But the Starbucks instances and whatnot, they don't have a Wi-Fi password, but theirs is actually more secure because when you log on to that, you're actually being tied into a database that keeps your MAC address, and they're refreshing that. That's why every once in a while, I don't know if you've ever been to Starbucks, but when you go there, for 4 months, it'll work, and then all of a sudden it stops. It's because they refreshed and kicked you out.
So you have to
now you have to re-up your renewal on there.
Okay. So. Let's see. Let's do one more here. If public Wi-Fi is dangerous, what about Wi-Fi at the airport or a hotel? The same rules apply. Yeah, it's the same thing. Anyone can spoof it. Anyone, even if they just want to mess with you.
Be sure there's a password to it, and be sure there's a screen that comes up.
And if you do it a lot, just get a VPN. VPNs are not very expensive.
Yep.
Definitely just.
Sometimes you can sign up for a month to have a VPN access.
Yep.
So.
All right. Well, that's it for our frequently asked questions this week. That's a wrap on episode 9. Happy 4th of. Oh no! Wait. It's the 4th of July right now, but this episode will be posted in a few weeks, so they're not going to see that. I was going to say happy 4th of July, everybody.
Yep.
But we're filmed a little bit ahead.
Yep, sounds good. So like, subscribe, and comment.
Yep.